Hey, all, just doing a quick recording before we switch to the temp map. It's been a while, and all this other drama is going on with other players and doxing and whatever. I'm out here working on my own stuff. So I've left the office because I realized the office actually was vulnerable to a coordinate exploit if someone cared to find it. Which, if I wanted to spend the long term there, I wanted to have that security of knowing I couldn't be found. Now, it's actually not a private coordinate exploit. It's just a somewhat tricky one. So I thought I should break it down real quick before I explain, where I've moved to and what I've been doing at this new location. So you look at the grass, and even though I'm, using a resource pack, you'll notice none of these grass blocks have rotated textures. It's the same pattern every time. And if you look at my older videos of The Office, you'll notice that those grass blocks that you can see, if you get a clear enough image and you figure out the resource pack and all of that, you can find out where it is now. And, I thought it was a fairy tale because everyone's, paranoid about these coordinate exploits. So I thought I would just, show you. I'm not going to run the program right now. This is actually think of it as the baby version, okay? Not the real version you should be scared of, but you can actually download this file and just run it if you're, totally a, noob. And it can find all the possible locations of a particular texture. Like one of the many, blocks on this list, like we all know the bedrock one, but that has expanded to all these different other textures that rotate based off of where they are in the map. So, the problem is the 19 Mr. X98 texture rotations program. That one's actually being actively supported. You can see here it's even tested to be working in 1.19.3 plus. So I mean, it's up to date. I mean, why would they be working on this and keeping it updated if people aren't using it? And what other reason would you be using it other than to find bases, on anarchy servers like Constantium or anywhere else, really. This is how, I think some of the most serious base hunting can be done. I'll put what I've done to fix that, because notice I'm showing that mine no longer rotate. But I didn't want to give up the texture pack that I use, the resource pack, for just a boring vanilla one that wasn't rotated. So I found on Modrinth, unrandom textures. Okay, you can Google, you can find it. I'll probably put a link in the About Me. But now, at this new location, far, far away from the office, nothing rotates. I can make YouTubes again. I don't think someone's gonna show up. I think I disabled clouds as well, just because people always harass me about clouds, but I don't really know if that's a problem, especially when nothing rotates now. But yeah, I don't think you can find me. I'm gonna bet that you can't, and I'm gonna start doing videos now. And you might notice, this weird system I've got here. These are just how I keep all my villagers. I wanted to infect them all. I wanted to get things going and get 3 major positive MBT tags for my Runbox account on each of them. So Runbox is who I use to do the curing here. Because there's my weakness potions, my golden apples. I was just kind of railing them down in here into these slots. And this can kind of control if they can infect each other or not. And then we have Scary Terry. Hey, Scary Terry. Hey, buddy. And he did the infecting. So it's a nice compact system. I got a lot. It's not been decorated yet either. This is bare bones, but I want to get this video out before the temp map. But I've left a lot of space to maybe fill this with decorative blocks and maybe some stuff on the side here. Who knows? But I have access to everything. So, but they're in position now. I have lots of slots for more villagers, so I might get a few more of those. I learned a lot about how to control them, the villagers. Notice I'm not using any fencing. This is like a woodless system now. I just put a rail cart down under him. He immediately goes in it. There's one slab there, and they can't go through an enclosure like this unless they're in a minecart, and I can go through just by crouching. So all my villagers are kind of like in this open prison system. I think it's really modern, innovative design. I'd love to see more posts of other people's villager farms on Constantium. Like, I know that there's people out there with those big bases, but no one really shows, the farms like this. I see a bunch of decorative stuff get, blown up, but I want to see like a controlled like rail circuit board like this that someone's grinding out gear with blown up. That's like a proper industrial, you know, crisis. You've cut off someone's productive stream. Like, you know, people give me, a hard time, but like, actually not many, but I got some kits unfairly, and people go like, I don't want people to think I just, live off the kits. I buried the kits in the backyard, and I'm right back to, doing what I'm doing. I'm playing the game, affecting my villagers. Got a little bit of sugarcane going. Um, these are some farmers. I've named this one apples. This one's pie. And this one's carrots. Apples is really important to get my apples early on. Notice, look at these prices. Great prices, really. I get good deals with all these guys, and they can't see each other. I didn't want them gossiping because I hate like golems and stuff. Apparently, there's 0 decay on a major positive gossip, so they're stackable. So I only really did 3 cures per villager, if you're curious. But curing a villager 3 times on Constantium at the moment, at least, will give you pretty much as good of a price you need if you just got some basic stuff going on. And what if I want carrots, right? Like, this is some crazy magic I'm about to show you. If you want carrots, you just grab a hoe. I guess I don't need a hoe, but I would need bone meal. This is totally worth it. Totally worth it. Watch me get carrots like a boss. We're just gonna use that much bone meal. Nothing fancy. Let's just grab a few, pre-made carrots. We replant them. This is the fastest way to get carrots in the game, and it's not what you might be thinking. I just press B. And I just... I'm not doing this. This is just auto farming. So, and my carrots go way up, and I obviously have a skeleton spawner. So, toggle that off there. But, I got a skeleton spawner that I grind for XP. So I have infinite, like, bone. And this is all at a new site. This is not the office. This is something I just kind of whipped up, in a panic when I teleported everything away. When I arrived, my mind was just, like, full efficiency. Like, not full. I've seen crazy things, but my kind of efficiency. Like, I like to build my own computer. I like kind of, an open control of everything, I like access to my villagers. I don't necessarily want things confined in little boxes and worrying about collisions and too many things in a chunk, whatever. Oh yeah, I've sealed off. I'll give you can see them behind the walls. I've sealed off 3 villagers, my breeding stock. But when I take out the cobble, they can walk around, they can breed. I can put them right on here. I pull out that bottom, brick box, cube, block, and I put down a powered rail, and they just shoot right out. And again, we have that top slabs they can't get out. So I've learned a lot about how to control villagers here, or maybe in like past, experiences. But it's really kind of come together here, where I was like, I'm not gonna mess around. I don't care how it looks. I'm just gonna think, what is the most effective for what I want to do. And it came out as this really nice looking, rail system. It's got some symmetry here, and that's where we are so far. And obviously the rail duper. You always got to have a rail duper on hand. And this is the first time I've made a 5-along infection station. Not gonna lie, first time I've made one of these. But it worked really well. 1 weakness potion, and then an apple per villager. It is a good cycle. So basically, 3 purifying things is like 15 apples, and 3 weakness splash potions. Not bad, not bad. But yeah, I'm out here in the Constantine Wilderness playing the game. Just that's what you should all be doing. You should be playing Minecraft on a Minecraft server. Don't forget that. So that's why we're here, right? Right?